obviously it's the virtual Youth Opportunities Group event. And like I said, I'm hoping everyone had a long Easter break, and obviously you're ready to go now and just find work or training. And this is the right place to be, because we've got quite a lot of opportunities that we want to talk about. We've got a few partners on board as well, who will also talk about what they have to offer under this one umbrella of Youth Promise Plus. Tara, if you can go to the next slide for me, please. So this is the schedule for today. I know it's booked in for an hour. Trust me, for me, it flies, you know, the 1 hour just literally flies through. We've got so much to cover within this hour. And as I've just quickly mentioned, if you've got any sort of questions, please do put them on the actual text. We want this to be interactive so we can discuss it, hopefully at the end of this session. And while we're going along at the same time as well, we'll try to cover some of these questions if you've got any suggestions while we're going along as well. Right. So like I said, obviously it'll be ourselves, and then just giving you a bit more information about what we do in Birmingham City Council as well as Solihull Council. Then we'll be talking about Kickstart program that's come about through the Department of Work and Pension. Just touch on anyone who's interested in the clinical roles through the university program. I'll give you a bit more information regarding that. And we've got Letitia from Better Pathways. I'll come on board to tell you a bit more about mental health. Anyone who suffers mental health, anxiety, depression, you know, they can cover this alongside our Youth Promise Plus provision as well. And then we've got the great program through Princess Trust. Lauren will be on to tell you about what they have to offer. And digital innovators, we've saved, I don't want to say best for last, because everything we're offering today is the best you're going to get out there. Right, so we've got digital innovators and then questions and answers. Right, I'm hoping we can cover all this, and in between, please do write into us as well. If you can go to the next slide, please, Tara. Just quickly, wanted to go through a bit of MS Teams tour for those who haven't used it. So as I've mentioned before, if you hover your mouse around your screen on a laptop, it gives you an option. You can click on that. It will allow you to go onto the speech bubble to be able to chat to us. Or if you're using a phone, you can just tap on a screen. It'll give you top right hand side. It should give you an option for a speech bubble. And just like WhatsApp or any other social, media portal that you might use to text, you can actually text to us. So that's it really for this MS Teams aspect of it. But if you've got any queries, write in and we can try to answer, because my colleague Sadia is monitoring that. Right, the efficacy of our session today, just wanted to say, you won't need to keep you on mute, because this is just a link. Obviously, you get to hear us, but you can interact with text box. Any sort of file message that may come on, you can be dismissed. As I said, my colleague Sadia is monitoring that. And if anyone's having difficulty trying to join us, please go out of it and then log back in again. And also, if you need to leave early, again, just let us know. I'll give you the email address straight after this, so you can talk. Obviously, you can email us. Next slide, please, Tara. So there's the email address for us, yog@birmingham.gov.uk, and our website is www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. So you can get through to us using either of those avenues, email or directly to our website. Okay, thank you, Tara. Right, some of you guys, I know, obviously you'd be interested because you want to get into work. But then if you're looking for training as well, we'll give you a bit more information. Now, I just wanted to quickly go through one of the major projects that's happening right now, which is HS2 around Birmingham. There's also other developments that are taking place regarding the Commonwealth Games and one of the tallest tower that's being built outside of London. Now, these guys are offering many opportunities around construction, but it's not all about the hands-on labouring work. There's also admin and there's other aspects as well. Recently, we've recruited for lab technicians as well as administrative, duties. There's graduate positions as well that have come up through Balfour Beatty Vinci. But I wanted to touch on this because we haven't had many response from my last mention that I mentioned. I stated in this event 2 weeks ago. These are great vacancies that have come about. So they're looking for 15 people, 15 fencing installation operative for, obviously, again, HS2. You have to have a CSCS card, but if you don't have those specifics, we can always put you towards, point you towards the guys who can help. I mean, as you can see, the closing date for this vacancy is 22nd of May. Now, again, please get in touch with us. We can try our best to at least get you the health and safety certificate. I know the actual card might take 6 to 8 weeks to come, but as long as you've got the actual certificate, you can go and apply for these vacancies. Rail traineeship, that's through one of our partners that we have on board over in Neutral. But again, this will be done virtually, but the physical aspect of it, they will get in touch with you.
Because
obviously,
I can't sort it out myself.
So what you can do, obviously, is get in touch with us with any of these opportunities, but we've got more opportunities coming through as we speak as well. Right, Tara, if you can go to the next slide for me, please. Thank you. Just wanted to quickly mention, recently we had a vacancy to do with forklift truck license FLT courses. I know we're always concentrating on construction, but there's some of you who might want to go into warehousing, and there isn't many opportunities available out there for direct warehousing, but having an FLT license also helps. Now, these guys are offering FLT license for people who want to go into this sort of industry. So please, again, get in touch with us, because we had a vacancy recently and we found it very difficult to fill it because youngsters who are on our program did not have it. So we have to pass it into one of our partner program who deal with people that are over the age of 29. Right, next slide for me, please, Tara. Just quickly wanted to touch on what we have to offer through Birmingham Adult Education Services on Kickstart scheme. So these are the programs that are coming up in May, as well as July and September. So as you can see, customer service and public sector. Now, green sector future parks vacancies will be available during that time as well, which we will promote. And construction, obviously, as I've just mentioned, we'll be touching on that as well. But all these training do also come with employers and vacancies attached to them. So please get in touch with us. The green sector vacancies, I think seriously, they're amazing opportunities that are coming up. I was speaking to one of our colleagues, Sophie, and we're talking about the parks around your locality, around Birmingham. And it's not just about going out there just working in the parks. There's other, I was speaking to Sophie, sorry, and there's like horticultural sort of aspects that are coming up that you can develop your skills in that and move on, especially if you're a graduate coming from that side as well. So there are opportunities for you too. Right, if you can move to the next slide, please, Tara. Again, I wanted to touch on those people who want to develop their skills before, if they don't feel their work ready. Birmingham Adult Education Services. Now, they've emailed this through to me, so I just thought I'll quickly put this up. I couldn't put the whole sort of prospectus on there for you, but you can go on the website. It's on there, and there's a phone number for you as well to contact them directly to get onto the courses that are starting online. So like I said, you don't have to even go out to these centres yet. These courses are starting online. So please get in touch with them directly. I'll put that on there for you. 0121 303 4318. That's their number, or their website is learnbaes, so learnbaes.ac.uk. Thank you, Dara. Quickly wanted to mention about what we do on Youth Promise Plus. The first thing is Youth Promise Plus is for anyone from the age of 16 to 29 that are not in education, employment or training. But if you're a school leaver from the age of 15, we will be able to support you as well through our Birmingham Career Service and Birmingham Youth Service that are on board working with us as well. Right. Quickly, as I've just mentioned, what we do in terms of the Birmingham team, Birmingham City Council team, myself and Sadia, we help anyone that feels the job ready to get into work. So if you just need a simple tweaking of your CV or job search or just the interview techniques, we can do that for you and get you out there into a specific sector that you want to, you're interested in. And that's ourselves, but we also got obviously Prince's Trust on board, as well as, like I said, NHS Learning Hub, as University Hospital, as well as Better Pathways that can assist. So we will talk about this as we go along. So if you've got any health and other, issues that you need to address, we can do that for you. We've got travel and other expenses. I'll just talk about Solihull Independence travel training just in a little while for you. Help with building confidence. This is what the whole project is about, to help those who need that support to get out there and become job ready. Coaching and mentoring. A lot of our guys, I mean, I myself come from almost 15 years of experience within this sort of sector to help you become job ready, give you that little one-to-one, bespoke coaching sort of sector. We can do an action plan and review this on a regular basis, but we will also go at your pace as well. Okay, so if you feel as though you're not ready, we can review that on a regular basis and go at your pace and slowly, get through those milestones to get you ready for getting into work. Right, training and work experience. We do have a lot of employers that come on board, especially with the Kickstart coming on board as well now for those guys who are up to the age of 24. We can get you out there into training or work experience if you don't feel as though you need that bit of experience, to become job ready. I mean, let's be honest, with the CS card, you can't just walk into a job. You need to have something about yourself, or if you worked within that industry. So, one of the main aspect of this is health and safety. A lot of the employers will ask you about health and safety and what your take is on that. We can put you in an environment where you can actually get that sort of direct experience before you go out there to work. Apprenticeship and traineeships. We have many employers coming on board regarding apprenticeship and traineeships as well. So I just wanted to touch on one or two things today. I'm hoping if you can email us or even put it in that chat box, we'll give you that information too. Right, gaining skills and qualifications. Again, as I've just given you some information, there's many others that will offer the similar sort of support as well for you. Thank you, Tara. Right, guys, I know obviously, we're opening up soon, but the pandemic hasn't finished yet, obviously. So what we want to do is make sure that you guys stay safe at the same time, as well as ourselves as well, obviously. So we always look at your safety first and foremost regarding joining our program, whether if you need us to visit you on a site or even to help you with, I don't know, travel support. If you need to come out to yourself, we will look at the social distancing aspect of it, as well as go through a risk assessment prior to meeting you guys on a face-to-face level. If you can look at on the bottom right-hand side where someone's actually having an interview, that's what it's become now. Me talking to you guys virtually, my colleagues will come on also talk to you virtually like this. The employers are doing the same. So we will obviously ensure that you become prepared for that sort of aspect, ensuring that you've got the right connections, even to sit for an interview when it comes to virtual aspects. So we can do these things for you. Thank you, Tara. Now, just wanted to touch on the independent travel training, which our colleagues at Solihull provide. Now, this is just something that they do for Birmingham as well as Solihull. So if you live in the Birmingham or Solihull area and you're on our Youth Promise Plus project, we can help you with independent travel training. Now, prior to the pandemic, they used to come out to yourself, take you on a bus route and show you around. But now, obviously, it will be virtual. And now they will deliver this virtually. But if you need travel cards, once you're with us on the Youth Promise Plus, we do have what we call a scratch cards, which is like similar to a day saver to get onto the National Express buses. Right, thank you, Tara. Just want to quickly introduce some of the guys that work at the Solihull branch. They do the same sort of delivery as we do for Birmingham in terms of Youth Promise Plus, so from getting you job ready to searching for vacancies or training, and also assisting with this independent travel training as well. So you've got a few guys there, Anna, Amber, as well as Sarah and Vicky, but also our colleague Saeed is there, who literally goes out and tries to secure vacancies for yourselves. Right, thank you, Dara. So again, just quickly, our email address is yog@birmingham.gov.uk and our website is www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. So please do get in touch with us through any of those means, or and then we can obviously respond to you as well. Thank you. Well, I talked a little bit about Kickstart scheme that we've got available, but this is through the Department of Work and Pension. I was hoping to have GWP on today, but we've got our colleague Sadia, who will tell you a bit more about the Kickstart scheme that's available from the GWP and Job Centre. Sadia, are you there?
Hi Abdul. Hi everyone. I'm sorry, we seem to be having a few technical issues today. As you can imagine, we are all still working from home, so please bear with us. So a little bit about Kickstart Scheme. The Kickstart Scheme is a scheme that was introduced by Rishi Sunak last year to help young people have opportunities to gain employment. So the Kickstart scheme is a funding that's being given to employers to create job placements for 16 to 24-year-olds who are on universal credit. And how Kickstart scheme works is obviously you have to be on universal credit to be able to access it, and it's working with your work coaches to let them know that it's something that you're interested in, and they have a range of employers that have signed up to this scheme to help create jobs essentially for anyone who is looking to, you know, get into maybe a job in a specific industry, or just even to gain experience and, you know, start their CV. So how it works is, you know, with the jobs are for about 6 months, and they are 25 hours per week, and the employer, it is at national minimum wage, so it's not like, I mean, some of you might have heard of other schemes that are run for apprentices. It's not like that. They're actual job roles. However, they are on a part-time basis, and on average, they're about 6 months in duration. And all you have to do really is speak to your work coaches who are, you know, waiting to work with you to build on your CVs, help you get, you know, the skills that you need. And really, it's just to help anybody just get onto the job ladder, really. I know, you know, with the pandemic and everything in the media at the moment, it's always quite negative. We all know about, you know, people either on furlough, people losing jobs. So this is an absolutely amazing scheme for young people to have these opportunities, because hopefully, you know, once this year is over, you know, you would have built up some experience, and that will just open you up to a world of further opportunities. So in a nutshell, that's what Kickstart scheme is. If you are a young person who is, you know, needing that extra support, just go to your work coach and just tell them about Kickstart, that you've heard about Kickstart, and, you know, you're interested in that. If you want further support, you can contact us at YPP as well. We're here to support you. It doesn't take away, you know, if you are being supported by a work coach, it doesn't take away you coming to work, you know, reach out and ask us for support as well. We can do that too, and any of our other partners that you'll hear about today. So if, you know, if it is something that you like the sound of, then please do get in touch with us, and we'll see how we can help you. That's all the information that I have on Kickstart. If a member of DWP was on, they probably would have had a little bit more, but in a nutshell, that is what Kickstart scheme is.
Okay, thank you, Sadia. Just wanted to quickly say, obviously, Sadia will put up the link for the Kickstart page as well for you to go onto in the chat box, so you can directly just go onto it and have a look at it yourself. Well, I was actually exposed to something yesterday that we had. I'm going to put this on the chat box for you as well as we speak. There's over 400 courses the government is actually offering to young people. In fact, not young people, anybody really, up to level 3. These are free courses for yourselves. And again, let me see if I can just put it on the chat for you, and you can have a look at this. Now, the link itself, it's like I say, it's great. It gives you a booklet as well, where you've got all the 400 courses that are available. So I am so sure that you'll have something that you might be interested in. Okay, so that's on the actual chat box itself anyway. I'm hoping you guys get a chance to go and have a look at this. And again, if you can't get on there today, please do email us and we will send that through. Right, just wanted to quickly touch on the University Hospital Hub, what they have to offer. Well, with the NHS, you know, obviously clinical roles coming up at this current moment because they're so overwhelmed due to the pandemic. which has taken over. Obviously, most of our lives are being affected through this. Now, NHS are supporting young people to get into frontline clinical roles through the University Hospital Hub, which is based near Selly Oak, the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, but they also run programs from the Heartlands Hospital as well. So don't feel as if you live on this side like myself, you have to travel all the way about 9-10 miles to the other side. But if we can assist you, obviously, to find a program that's near you. So I know you can't see this flyer. I just thought I'll quickly put this on. Peter from NHS has emailed me this as an attachment. So if you're interested and you want a bit more information regarding the courses that's available through Learning Hub, I can send this flyer to you or my colleagues are here. So please do email us at the YOG email inbox, and we will send this through email to yourself. Okay, and those people who feel as though you need to speak to someone, I can get Pete or one of his colleagues to give you a call too. Right. Thank you, Tara. Right, I think we've got Letitia on board today to talk about Better Pathways and what they have to offer. Letitia, are you there?
I'm here, thank you. Right then, so I'm Letitia and I'm from Better Pathways. I'm part of a larger team of 4 of us. So I'll just kind of introduce the rest of the team as they're not present today. So we've got Shanice, Monique and Steve, who's our senior personal mental health champion. And what we do is we deliver wraparound mental health support for people that are struggling in various different aspects with their mental health, which I'll go into further in a moment. But like I said, as there's some members that aren't here today, I'll share a little bit about what the rest of the team are passionate about. So I'll start off with Shanice. So Shanice is passionate about helping young people to establish new self-help techniques to support with their mental health. Monique is passionate about enhancing the emotional stability of young people. And Steve is passionate about supporting young people to make positive changes in their lives. Then I'll just add on to that about what I'm passionate about. And I think that it's really important to make the conversation common about mental health amongst young people, as at the moment, I do feel like mental health is still a very taboo subject. And it's just so important for everyone to just get confident in speaking about their mental health. And that way we can help you to combat anything that you're struggling with a lot better if you feel comfortable to discuss what might be your struggles. So there's some examples here of what we do offer support with. So that might be if you have problems sleeping, then we do sleep hygiene support, so we can help you to establish, a good routine and just ways to combat the reasons why you might be struggling to sleep, which could be off the back of something else like anxiety and racing thoughts, which we also offer support with. There's travel training as well, so we do signposting to other organisations. Is if there's an issue that you might have that we don't necessarily support with, that doesn't mean that we can't guide you to another organisation that might be able to help you best. We do mindfulness activities as well, so things like meditations and coming up with coping strategies that can help you best to deal with what might be going on with you. If you're somebody that lacks confidence and self-esteem, again, we can do sessions surrounding confidence building and things like that. So it's all online. As mentioned before, we're all working from home at the moment, but that just means that we're able to do this support, but it's via Microsoft Teams or WhatsApp or whatever you feel comfortable with. And finally there it says low mood. So if you're somebody that struggles at the moment with just having low mood, lack of motivation, experiencing sort of symptoms of depression, then again, that's something that we can help with. Next slide, please. So here's an example of the journey of a YPP participant. So that would be yourselves. So once you've been referred to us, this is sort of like a timeline of the way that things will happen once you've been accepted onto our caseload. So initially it says complete the client profile and begin the mental health journey tracker. So what that means is the client profile is something that we build up together. So if you were working with me, I'd ask you a series of questions, a few nosy questions, but it just kind of helps me to get an idea of who you are as an individual and the sort of mental health support that you'd benefit from. Then secondly, specialised one-to-one support based on personalised wellbeing action plan and SMART goals. So again, after those nosy questions that have initially been asked, there'll be another session that's based on identifying exactly what you want to do and in what order we're going to work on things. So one thing with the support that we offer is the ball's completely in your court. So things will go at your pace, things will go at the way you want to do things. Once we've explained exactly what we do, you'll understand then, you'll get an idea to say, okay, I'd like to do things like this, I'd like it to go like that next week. We completely give you that freedom to sort of explain how you'd want things to be done. So that's what sort of makes us different as well. There's no pressure, but at the same time, I do like to say, if you kind of stuck in that comfort zone, I'm not gonna, allow you to stay there. We'll guide you slowly out of that zone, but with that support, it won't be on your own. So thirdly, monitoring the well-being of the participants. So each week we're going to have these sessions. This could be one 1 hour session a week, or it could be 2 30-minute sessions a week. Again, that's entirely up to you how you want things to go. Navigation of mental health services. So like we said, if there's any external organizations, so other organizations separate to us that you feel like you might benefit from support from, then again you can still get support from other people at the same time as us. So you'll be able to explore things like that. Then lastly, the young person's wellbeing has improved. The wellbeing action plan is completed. So yeah, and with the wellbeing action plan that's kind of established in the beginning, as we start to work through the goals that are on there, once you've kind of ticked all of them off and you're happy with the kind of educating that you've got on all these topics and just the ways that you've implemented new coping strategies, when you feel like you've done that to the best of your ability and you now feel confident to go into work or training, that's when the support will then come to a guided end. Or you might have worked through everything, but then feel like, actually, what we've got for number 2 there, still feel like I'd like some support on that. Then that's fine. There's no rush on our end for things to come to a close. Things will come to a close when you feel like you're happy with the support that you've had and you don't feel like you need it anymore. Or things will come to a close if you get into work or employment, but that close won't be sudden. If you was to get into a job 2 weeks after getting support from me, then you'd still have a month left of making the most of those support sessions that we've got there. Next slide, please. So initially, if you was to decide that you wanted to receive support from me or one of my colleagues on the team, a 3-way meeting will be arranged between myself and the person that's referred you to us. So that would be the intervention worker. So the intervention worker takes the lead to arrange a 3-way meeting with a personal mental health champion. And then during this meeting, the personal mental health champion will complete the referral form directly with the young person. So it's changed a little bit now. The referral form does get completed ahead of the 3-way meeting, but it is something that we'll still run over in the 3-way meeting just to make sure that everything's, accurate. And if you feel like you want to add any information there, that can be done then. Next slide, please. So yeah, if you do want to get in touch and you do feel like you'd benefit from any form of mental health support, so if you're experiencing anxiety, if you're experiencing any depressive symptoms, low mood, low confidence, you're struggling to get to sleep at night, even if it's just one of those things that have been listed, then you would most likely benefit from receiving support from us, and we'd be more than happy to take you onto our caseload. So if you would like to do that, then you can contact the YOG email address. So that's on the screen now, yog@birmingham.gov.uk. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you, Letitia. So as you can see, that is a great provision for those people who are, suffering from anxiety, depression, or mental health. Or like I said, look, you don't have to be suffering this on your own. The other aspect is, but if you feel as though you can't talk to Letitia or her colleagues directly on a one-to-one basis, you can also discuss it with your family members and maybe arrange a virtual call with these guys firsthand. Right, I've got Lauren from Princess Trust here, who will also go through what they have to offer. So Lauren, are you there? Sorry.
Yep, hi, how you doing?
Okay, there you go, thank you.
Brilliant. If you go into the next slide, please. So hi everyone, my name's Lauren and I'm an operations exec at the Prince's Trust. So who are we? We are the leading UK youth charity set up by Prince Charles, and we help young people move into work, education or training through our various programmes, which I'm going to go through with you today. And next slide please. Just to bring your attention to our coronavirus support hub, which is up on our website, which is princes-trust.org.uk. There's lots of free resources on there, from sort of employability skills to more personal social skills like confidence building and communication. There's videos, blogs, and lots of stuff to get involved in. So, and there's no sign up needed, so please feel free to check that out on our website. And next slide, thank you. So I'm going to talk you through the programs we've got coming up. So our Get Started program helps you develop your skills by taking part in a week's course of a themed activity. So coming up, we've got some really exciting courses. We have Get Started with Podcasts, and this is where you'll discover how to make your own podcast and develop a following. And the program is running from the 26th to the 30th of April. We also have the Get Started with the Wildlife Trust. And I'm really pleased to say that this exciting new program will be delivered face-to-face in partnership with the Wildlife Trust. You'll learn about nature and conservation, and also have the opportunity to gain a qualification, as well as getting one-to-one support after the program to help you get into work, education or training. The program is going to be held at the Eco Park, which is in Small Heath. So you will have to travel there yourself. However, we will reimburse your bus or train fare, and we can give you some support in how to find the location and getting there if you need it. The program dates for this are the 24th to the 28th of May. Next, I wanted to talk about our Virtual Explore program. This is a great program to help you develop your confidence and employability skills. There are 2 sessions a week to get involved with, and you also receive one-to-one support to set goals and support you towards achieving your employment, education or training. And we have access sessions to begin this program every other Friday, and the next one is actually this Friday, the 9th of April. So if you're interested in any of the above, you can contact myself directly. I'm going to put my email address in the chat. We also have some digital courses for young people that are interested in that side of things. We have a Google IT certificate and also a Get Started with Digital Skills course. So if you're interested in any of those, please get in touch and I can send you the dates. Next up is our Get Hired program. This gives you top tips on your CV and employability skills, and you get advice from industry experts. So you'll have a mock interview with real employers who will give you some excellent feedback. It's a fantastic way to gain expert advice and boost your confidence in applying for work. And our next Get Hired program is at the end of this month. It's the 27th to the 29th of April. I'd like to talk about our team program. This is a 12-week self-development program to grow confidence, develop skills and help you get a job. This fantastic course is face-to-face. You get great opportunities within the program, including a qualification, there's a community project, and you also get work experience as well. So we'll be running a team program from our Digbeth Centre from the 3rd of May, and we'll also be running one in Sutton from the 10th of May. The Enterprise course is for young people who want to start their own business. We'll provide mentors, training and business grants to those of you who are wanting to go self-employed. Our Enterprise information sessions run every week, so please do get in touch for the dates. We also have development awards, which are easy to apply for cash grants. The average grant is about £150. And this can go towards course fees, travel expenses, uniform or any materials that you might need to help you get into employment. Especially in the virtual world we're in at the moment, you know, For working remotely from home, you might need a better webcam or some new headphones. These are sort of things that we can fund. So I'm going to talk to you about our health and social care programs. Our health and social care courses are for 18 to 30-year-olds who want to work in the industry. So we have a Get Into course, which is 6 weeks long. And in this course, you'll gain skills for working in the health and social care sector. There'll be live vacancies with employers, and you'll also learn about values-based recruitment whilst boosting your confidence and communication skills. So within this 6-week program, you will be on placement, so working hands-on in the hospitals, and you'll also get up to 6 months support after completing the program to help you find work. So our program has just started for our Get Into Health and Social Care. So the next course will not be until June, but please do get in contact now if you are interested, as these courses are really popular. We also have a shorter course, so it's a Get Started with Health and Social Care. It's online training by industry experts to help you find and apply for work within the NHS. There's great jobs to apply for at the end of this course, and it's a fast track to employment. So if you are work ready and you want to work in this industry, this is a great program for you. And our next course is the 25th to the 27th of May. Again, very popular program, so please do get in contact as soon as possible if you are interested. The other branch of our health and social care offer is a mentoring scheme. So mentoring helps young people become work ready, build confidence, resilience and knowledge to start a career in the health and social care sector. So again, if you are ready to work in this sector or would like to work in this sector and you just need a bit more support, we can match you with a health and social care mentor. So you've heard what we've got coming up, and getting in touch is really simple. Like I said, I'm going to leave my email address in the chat box so you can contact me directly. I actually run the Virtual Explore course, and also will be running the Get Started with the Wildlife Trust program as well. You can also get in touch with us via our customer service team. The number is 0800 842 842, and they will put you in touch with the right person leading the program you're interested in. Or like I said, you can go to our website where all our courses are listed, and you can use the live chat function to get in touch with us as well. So thank you so much for listening today, and if you've got any questions about our programs or support on offer, please feel free to get in touch with us. Thanks, guys.
Right. Thank you, Lauren. That is great. As you can see, there is a lot to offer. We still got digital innovators to come along as well. So just quickly wanted to say as well, I know Lauren's given the contact details as well for Prince's Trust, but you've got our details as well. So because they're working on the Youth Promise Plus itself, we all work together. So any questions, please, you can either contact Prince's Trust directly or ourselves using our email and our website address. So thank you very much. Right. Without further ado, I think I've got Harry and Chris. How are you doing? Are you all right?
Abdul, thanks for having us again. It's appreciated. Yeah, so thanks for having us. I'm here with my colleague Chris. So I'm Harry. So I'm the engagement and delivery manager at Digital Innovators. I'm here just to kind of run through a bit of what we do and why you should really take part in the kind of program that we run and the fantastic opportunities that we kind of have and we deal with young people and people in your situation. So yeah, without further ado, if you could go on to the next slide for us, please, Tara. Fantastic. Well then, so typically, it's a bit of a further afield introduction. Typically, when looking for like new employees, the first thing that makes new employees stand out, new recruits stand out, is asking what makes them different. So when you go to a new an interview or a CV, it's handed to an employer. That's what they'll ask you is, so what is making you different from the crowd? And the second that they'll often ask you is, how can you support this claim? So what evidence do you have? What can you actually show us that you can support this claim? Well, so these are the first two like fundamental questions that organizations have when they go through the recruitment process. And we at Digital Innovators were founded essentially in order to give you the platform to answer both these questions with both passion and validity, really. Next slide, please, Tara. So Digital Innovators, so we're an award-winning training provider based in the West Midlands. So we've been set up since 2016 and by a very large range of various professionals with experience across tech, psychology, IT, software, and a lot more, as you can kind of see there. And since our inception, employees have discussed with us the skills that they've often say that new recruits lack. So when they see new people coming into the workplace, what is it that they don't really, not necessarily not like about them, but what is it that they're missing? And as you'll see kind of through the following slides, you kind of see our process, and the discussion that we've had with employers allows us to unlock the potential, your potential, should I say, through arming you with the various skills that employers now demand, and also give you the experience that will really elevate you to the next level. So next slide, please, Tara, if that's all right. So through our discussion since our inception, employers have stated 3 key factors that they look at when they're hiring. The first one being the technical qualification. So we can say that these are whether degrees, GCSEs, whatever you will really want to attach to those. And the second part is the relevant experience. So do you actually, if you're applying for a job at a retail outlet, have you ever worked in retail, or do you have anything similar that you can actually attach to that? And the final part being the personal skills, so the interpersonal skills. How do you actually talk with people? How do you communicate with people? How do you work as a team? And when you meet someone for the first time, the first judgment is on the person that you meet, not the paper. So everyone goes through the same training. Everyone may have relevant qualifications or pieces of paper in front of them, but but people are different, and we question why that is, and we take that kind of idea into the center of the Digital Innovators philosophy, if we will, because at the end of the day, there's a saying that we say within Digital Innovators, and that's that people employ people, not pieces of paper. So that's what we do within this experience of the entire Digital Innovators program. We elevate your personal and interpersonal skills, as well as the relevant experience that you need in order to actually land that dream job, if we will, and really unlock your potential, because we at Digital Innovators think that everyone has the potential to really have a meaningful employment and not simply just go into it, and that's what we're here to do. Next slide, please, or if that's okay. So there are 4 key skills that employers, keep on reiterating this, that employers say that they have discussed with us and that they say is essential to all walks of work, walks of life. And that's the first one, to be collaborative, and then the ability to be creative, to communicate, and then finally to critically think. Within our skills program, which I'll show you shortly, these skills are taught in an interactive environment with industry professionals. Now, our industry professionals or our delivery managers, as we say, or mentors, none of us are teachers, none of us have ever been teachers, and we all come from various walks of life. They range from backgrounds of former directors of international companies, negotiators for banks, business owners, Silicon Valley engineers, and surprisingly even former footballers. So all of these really give you an insight into how to unlock your potential. And I just want to state at this point that all of this course is completely free of charge, and that you can really elevate yourself to the next level through this process, which we'll kind of go into shortly. So next slide, please, Tara, if that's okay. So there's 4 steps within our program. So our program consists of is over 10 weeks. So the first stage is we profile you. So that's my kind of section of where I work with individuals like yourself. So first we profile you. Now what we do in this is we do one-to-one mentoring, and we build your personal brand. So what we do within this part is we really focus in on what your strengths are. Now most people don't understand or know what their strengths are. And how can we really be the best person if we don't know our strengths? It's really what makes us us, and we need to learn how to utilize it and really put it into practice. So what we do is we identify these strengths of yours, and we really build this this profile of yourself and create a brand almost of you. The next section is that we then go into a part in which we really elevate your skills. So within this section, what we do over 3 weeks is we elevate your creativity, your collaborative aspects of yourselves, and really work with all these various industry professionals like we mentioned before. And what we do in this section, we do everything from things that you aren't taught in a normal classroom or throughout education. We've been kind of said that we need to sort out ourselves. So we do presentation skills, negotiation skills, design thinking, communication, all these various aspects, and including in this part, we do a main focus on IT as well. So we do a short program on coding for non-programmers, so a really brief introduction into that. After that stage, this is where Digital Innovators really starts to become unique in its own way, is that we actually think that the work experience that you may have received previously isn't enough. Actually, create projects with employers in order for you to actually build these skills. So these are real life business projects that employers have given to us that are everything from app design to 3D modeling to VR, VR construction, engineering projects, everything and anything, marketing, from big names such as West Midlands Police, NHS, BNP Paribas. And what we do within this part is that you work closely with these employers in order to actually build these skills that you've kind of learned over the past few weeks before. And then finally, what we aim to do is, because our students that come out of the program are so much more elevated than their peers and the people around them, is that actually employers want our Digital Innovator students. So what we do is we work very closely with our employers to actually give you the opportunity to work and place you in these projects. Chris I'm just going to pass on to Chris now. He'll tell you shortly and briefly about his experience within Digital Innovators, and also kind of touch on the experiences that other people have done. Actually, sorry, I forgot about this slide. So this is just a brief overview of the program. So the 105 hours of one-to-one branding training almost of yourselves. You have free access to Huawei and IBM suites in order to actually build your skills. And additionally, all this, we build your network with business professionals, but in a way that is very relaxed, I do want to reiterate, and in a very informal setting. So if you could just go on to the next slide, please, Tara, just to introduce Chris. So over to you, Chris, to just talk about your experiences with Digital Innovators.
Thanks a lot, Harry. Yeah, hi guys, I'm Chris. I'm 19 and I'm a junior project manager at Digital Innovators. Hopefully you can all hear me. So yeah, I was actually a student of Digital Innovators around about 3 years ago. All of these quotes on the slide right now are quotes from students who have went through the course and they've really enjoyed it. And I'm just going to basically tell you a little bit about my journey. So I started off originally joining the course, and I'll be honest, I started off as a sort of I had a taster week, and I was thinking about trying it, but I was completely bored with normal learning. So things like people standing up and basically speaking at you for an hour, or you know, looking at presentations for the best part of 5 hours a day. I was really bored of all that, so I was expecting to hate the course. But when I actually joined the course, it was nothing like that. We were still spoke to, but we were given like the actual bare minimum of speaking that we need, so that we actually learn, what skills we can actually bring out in ourselves and what we need topic-wise. And most of the learning was actually hands-on physical learning, and also learning with actual employers, doing actual things that were work-related. It was really fun. I actually did a project called the Classroom of the Future with some employers, which actually, to cut a long story short, it was a classroom which combined VR and AR and a bunch of different tech and things like that to help with people who maybe are young carers at home who can't make it to the classroom, or maybe people with disabilities who find it hard to get there. And basically we did a few documents and business plans and actually a model, and we advertised it at the BET Awards show, the BET Education Awards show in London, at the Excel Centre. And it was without Digital Innovators, I wouldn't have got the chance to present my idea along with a team of people who I knew in front of people very high up C-suite from HP, Microsoft, Google, really high up people. So it was a really good opportunity for me. Obviously we have all these quotes to the side of me which explain exactly what it is. And to be honest, what I'd say is, from my point of view, it's just something to try. If you join the course and say, maybe a week or two in, I'm not really fond of this, we're not going to hold you to it. You can leave if you want to, that's fine. Are we okay to go to the next slide, please? Thank you. So yeah, just to finish off, guys, so these are the dates that the course is going on. So the next one is on the 26th. So it's in about 3 weeks. I'm just going to reiterate a few things that Harry mentioned as well. So it's a completely free course. It's fully online. Yeah, you're not just going to be staring at your screen. You're going to be sometimes you're going to be up on your feet. You're going to be doing actual work, which you'll enjoy. It's completely free. It's online. You can do this whilst also accepting universal credit as well. This doesn't affect universal credit. And yeah, from my point of view, it completely changed my life, work-wise and social-wise. I wouldn't be able to get up in front of all these people and talk. I wouldn't be able to meet all these new people. So yeah, I'd say give it a try. And if you like it, that's great, and you can continue on. If you don't like it, that's completely fine. Yeah, Harry, was there anything you wanted to say?
That's great, Chris. Thanks a lot. I think there's one final slide, actually, Tara. So the final part that I just want to invite you all to is that every Thursday we actually have a free taster session, which is an hour long, where you can actually come along and get involved to see what the Digital Innovators course is about. So what we'll actually be doing on Thursday is making cups of coffee. I know that sounds a bit bizarre, but come along and you'll see what we mean. We've got some weird and wacky ways at Digital Innovators, but it really does make you stand out from the crowd and elevate you to that next level and make you unlock your real potential. So thanks a lot for having us. I'm more than happy to post the link for the free Zoom session, or just simply go on to Eventbrite and type in Digital Innovators and you'll be able to sign up for the session on Thursday. If there's any other questions, please just drop an email as well. I'll put all the details into the comments box afterwards. But thanks a lot for your time this afternoon, and hope to see you all soon.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Chris. So as you can see, look, it's a great program. Digital Innovators have to provide, and like I said, every time they come on our sessions, I know a lot of the feedback that we had from youngsters as well that have taken these courses on regularly. Seriously, they're really enjoying it, and I think there's been on to success as well, who have come out of their shell and have gone into finding employment as well. So please, if you've got any questions and you don't want to put it in the chat box, email us or Digital Innovators themselves directly. Sadia, sorry, are you there? I didn't see many people become interactive today in terms of with the questions in the chat box. So do you have anything else that you want to?
Hi, Abdul. We do have a couple of questions. They were emailed through to us. So thank you to those that have joined us today. I know it's been a bit difficult probably coming back into work mode after a long weekend, but there was a couple of really good questions, so thank you for asking them. So the first one's to Prince's Trust, if Lauren is still there, and it was about the wildlife opportunities. Someone's just asked, is it just training, or will there be jobs in this area as well?
Hi, Brill, thanks for the question. So the 1 week course will just be training, so get to experience lots of different things. There'll be surveying, woodwork, and just general maintenance of the eco park. But also after the programme, we'll be working in partnership with the Wildlife Trust, so we can really work together and finding new jobs in sort of conservation or the wildlife sector. So yeah, we will be supporting you to get into employment at the end of the course.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Lauren. And there was one other one, that's for digital innovators. Someone's just asked, are the courses just all online, or are they now classroom based as well?
So currently they're only just online because we're still getting back into the swing of things. So the next cohort is definitely online. However, we're hoping by June, July that we'll hopefully be able to do it in person.
That's great. Thank you, Harry. Abdul, there's no other questions for today.
Perfect. Right. Well, that leads us on to say, I'm sure those who joined us, obviously the hour just flew by, as it always does. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Again, please get in touch with us through the email address that we have. Sorry, Tara, we've got the last slide for us. There you go. So yog@birmingham.gov.uk, and our website is www.birmingham.gov.uk/sign up.